Welcome to my channel. I created this illustrated, animated novel for my benefit, but you just might enjoy it if you can get past the sarcasm and attitude of the narrator. There was a shortage of qualified narrators, you see, so I had to make some sacrifices. Please like and subscribe before you listen to this train wreck.
You grumpy old man. I am certain she will be just what the doctor ordered, unless you ordered a veterinarian instead. Listeners, I am ever the optimist. That is why I am called Groove and this old Scala wag is called Static. Don't you think it fits? Now, let's hear what the narrator has to say about the tale of Captain Jack, the sailing vessel Yost Van Dyck, and Seadog.
Good grief! Can't a girl get hold of a project with more excitement than a psychotic ship, a sad-sack captain, and a flea-bitten mutt? And Seadog is the smartest one of the bunch.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Are you waiting on the reading of a wonderful novel that is filled with pathos, intelligence, and wit? You are in the wrong place, mate. This boat thinks she's hot shit. She's 57 feet long, 3 cabins, 3 bathrooms, heads, because God forbid a yacht admits it has a toilet. And she's obsessed with her air-conditioned salon. Like, congratulations, honey, you're basically a floating Buffalo Wild Wings. She's got surround sound, a 52-inch TV, and she acts like she's doing you a favour by letting you watch The Bachelor while floating through paradise. She's 16 feet wide at the hips, prowls around the Caribbean like she's still 25, but you can tell she's pushing 40. And yeah, her favourite time was sunset, when her sails were crisp and white, and she looked like a ghost in a Nicholas Sparks movie. But now? Now she's rocking a giant blue patch on her sails from when she drunkenly body-slammed a docklight. She blames someone else for it, of course, because she's that girl. And listen, this boat used to be classy, like cocaine on the deck classy. Movie stars, politicians, tuxedos, people quoting Shakespeare and Voltaire while secretly planning orgies. There was Mozart, Vivaldi, jazz from Davis and Brubeck pouring out of her speakers while muscular guys in white jackets served canapés. She was the Sex and the City yacht. Now, she's hosting reggae-loving Japanese students, Alabama newlyweds who think Garth Brooks is Shakespeare, and old couples who only speak in long sighs. She's basically a carnival cruise with low self-esteem, and she hates it. If boats could hate, she hates by compass degree. North, south, east, west, hate. She tolerates the captain, Jack, about as much as we all tolerate our unvaccinated uncle at Thanksgiving. She despises the dog, and she loathes her name, Yost Van Dyck. First of all, a pirate name, cool, but a lesser-known female pirate, that's like naming your kid Steve Jobs' nephew. And since the nameplate broke, it just says Jodyck. So yeah, every marina she pulls into, everyone yells, "Hey, you dick!" Which, accurate. And here's the kicker, she got lost in a poker game. For $10,000. A $500,000 yacht traded for less than a bad boob job. And the old owner? He was a gentleman, smiled, walked away, no drama. Dude, that's not chivalry, that's gaslighting your boat. She's sitting there like, wait, you just left me, for 10 grand. I mean, no wonder she's vengeful. Now she's stuck with Captain Jack, who never buys flowers, never plays Baroque music, and the only thing he reads is the National Enquirer. He moors her way out from the classy yachts, like he's parking a beat-up Camry next to a row of Teslas. The dog? Disrespectful. Peeing on her stern like it's a truck stop bathroom. So she takes revenge. She's petty. She plans broken showers, cold water, malfunctioning autopilot, failed DVD players. Oh, your Wi-Fi doesn't connect. That's not an accident, honey. That's sabotage. She won't hurt herself, though. She never runs aground, never collides. She just makes damn sure nobody has a perfect cruise. She's a bitter ex-girlfriend with sails, and she's waiting for some knight in shining armour to show up and rescue her from these peasants. But spoiler, in the Virgin Islands, knights are in very short supply. Unless you count drunk guys named Brad in Margaritaville shirts.
Where are we now? Oh, marvellous. A yacht with body issues and delusions of grandeur. She used to serve champagne to diplomats, and now she's hawking cut-rate cruises to Alabama newlyweds. It's basically Downton Abbey if the house went on Groupon. And we're supposed to feel sorry for her, this floating midlife crisis with a patchy sail and a victim complex. Next we meet the captain. Can't wait. The captain, Captain Jack, stares at this blinding white beach like it owes him money, which, honestly, it kind of does. He's doing the math in his head. Taxi driver kickbacks, his marketing team, which is adorable, fuel, repairs, and the annual ethical debate of, do I tell the IRS or do I just vibe? He treats taxes like they're a suggestion on a recipe. Oven at 350, or whatever feels right. Tips are his real paycheck, so he runs the boat like a theme park. Did you have fun? Great. Now validate my existence with cash. Jack himself. He's a mystery wrapped in a beard. Cap'n Jack isn't even his real name. He flashes a passport like it's a magic trick. Now you see it, now you don't. So nobody gets a good look. Every January 1st, he appears with the boat like the world's scruffiest Times Square ball drop, sails through high season and vanishes in July. Repeat. He's not wanted by the law or ex-wives, allegedly, but he clings to anonymity like it's a flotation device. Spoiler, acting mysterious just makes everyone more curious. That's not privacy. That's marketing. Description time. Early 40s, a little belly, kind of handsome in a divorced dad who jogs way. Very white, mostly straight teeth. He shows them off like they did a TED talk. Hairline is negotiating with God and a nose that has lost a fistfight, and he rocks a tired Rolex diver's watch like it's still 1997. No jewellery, no tattoos, no vices he'll admit to, unless you count reading tabloids like scripture at the grocery checkout. That's his church. People love to guess his backstory. Failed Wall Street guy, on the run from the mob, hiding from a marriage that ended like a fireworks display, loud, expensive, no survivors. Honestly, pick your fighter. He doesn't date, he doesn't call back, and when women try to seduce him on board, and they do, the dog literally blocks him by staging a shore break. The tip jar should be money only, folks. The dog is management. Jack's drink order is chaos. He says Heinekens, plural, so every bartender brings him 2 beers. And he just accepts his fate and drinks both. He worships Glenmorangie single malt. Yeah, that one. But he never buys it for himself. He's not an alcoholic. He just cosplays one during hurricane season when the boat is broken, his soul is soggy, and the to-do list is bullying him. The rest of the year, when he has paying customers, he goes dry, like a man with boundaries that are seasonal. The dog checks on him like a wellness coach who sheds. The boat and the dog, they are both in love with torturing him. 2 feral girlfriends fighting for his weird, enigmatic soul. As a captain, he's, how do I put this? Aspirational. He loves the engine a little too much, like a guy who runs the treadmill with the emergency clip on. His sails? Often set like a bedsheet on move-out day. Other captains call her the Flying Dick, an iconic nickname that somehow makes everyone involved sound guilty. At anchor, he swings too close to the neighbours like he's trying to borrow sugar and their spouse.
Docking in Red Hook takes him twice as long as anyone else. He does the sneak and peek method, which is not a method so much as a cry for help. The dog assists, but her bark doesn't come with turn-by-turn directions. Navigation never really gets tested because he runs the same route like it's a bus line. St Thomas, Tortola, Beef Island, Norman, Peter, St John, maybe Jost or Virgin Gorda if we're feeling naughty. His tacking is a comedy reference for other captains. How's our angle? Well, better than the Dyck. Rough seas, continuous rain, he does not sail. Hurricane season? Neither of them exists. Witness protection, but make it maritime. Nerds. He expects one malfunction per trip like it's a superstition. Kiss the mast, toss the line, and something will definitely fail. The dog knows the difference between a quirk and a mutiny, but Jack calls it Tuesday. Business-wise, he is not exactly Bezos. He's barely hanging on in a market split between big corporate charters and dreamy couples living their Pinterest boards. Jack is neither. He's here because he can't picture a future. He can only survive the twilight of today. Any change would require thinking, like actual thinking, with pros, cons, costs, benefits, and revisiting a past he refuses to unpack. So he drifts. He is, by his own admission, cliché flotsam and jetsam. Babe, if you can diagnose yourself in nautical metaphors, that's therapy with extra steps. His only lifestyle choice? MREs, meals ready to eat. 24 flavours of I gave up, just add boiling water. They come with exactly one utensil, a spoon, which is all you need to shovel sadness into your mouth. He loves them so much he built his business model around them. With no crew and no fresh food, he can discount 30% and break even. On good weeks, he pads the offshore account. On bad ones, he still eats chili mac like a doomsday influencer. Welcome to Cap'n Jack's Discount Educational Cruises, the only class where the lesson is, you steer while I do everything else and tell pirate stories I mostly made up. If you actually want to learn to sail, he refers you to the real pros on Island Dreams, who mercifully return the favour by sending him clients who just want sunburns and anecdotes. He gives tours of sugar mills, the customs house, Road Harbour, points, pats the history, and moves along. Guests love the stories. They tip big. The boat, however, would prefer he talk about wealthy dames and their glamorous affairs, her people, her original demographic. She hates his pirate canon. She wants champagne gossip. He's giving theme park lore. And that, more than anything, is why the ship plots sabotage with the focus of a woman who just found her ex's finster. Right, now we meet the captain. By which I mean a man with no surname, an alias, and a business model that relies on army rations and plausible deniability. He's like James Bond if Bond had a beer belly and a loyalty card at 7-Eleven. And everyone's shocked that his ship hates him. Please. Even I hate him, and I've only just met the man. So here's the dog. She's sprawled on deck, legs akimbo, baking her belly like a Kardashian in carbo. Totally oblivious to the fact that she's on a boat with commitment issues and a captain who survives on government rations. She's this black and white English Springer Spaniel / Border Collie mix, basically a shelter mutt who got a PR team. 3 big blotches, a skunk stripe forehead, about 45 pounds, and spayed, which honestly makes her the most responsible female on board. She's fast, agile, affectionate with strangers, like me after 2 tequila sodas. With Jack, though, civil, reserved, like, I'll tolerate you because you open the can. She cuddles passengers like it's her job, and it is. She's literally part of the tip strategy. Meanwhile, Jack treats her like an annoying roommate who eats his leftovers but pays rent on time. He's not cruel, just emotionally unavailable. Which, shocker, he's a man. Now the shoes. Yeah, this bitch wears deck trainers. Actual sneakers velcroed to her paws so she doesn't slip off deck. Tourists think it's cute. Jack thinks it's practical. And the dog? She's into it. But this was not their first footwear experiment. They tried flip-flops. She lost them. Leather sandals. She ate them. Baby shoes. Adorable, but, paws don't tie laces. Finally, she's watching an all-girl workout video. Jack swears it was for entertainment. Sure, Jack. And she woofs at the trainers. Boom, problem solved. Shout out to the sandal maker in Charlotta Marley for inventing poor Lenciagas. Underway, she's always at the prow like some four-legged Kate Winslet. Nose to the wind, shades on, trainers strapped, bandana tied. When anchored, she unstraps them herself and stows them. She is tidy. She has systems. She is doing the bare minimum and still outshines her captain. But don't mistake the vibe. She knows the ship hates her. This boat once tried to drown her on purpose. So now she pisses on the stern like it's a protest sign. She barks to prevent ship-induced disasters. It's a whole female rivalry. Honestly, this boat and this dog hate each other like real housewives fighting over who sat closest to Andy Cohen. How she even got on board? Absolute chaos. Jack's pulling out for his first shakedown cruise when she flings herself onto the prow like she's auditioning for America's Got Talent, Stunt Dogs edition. Claws screeching, fur flying, half on, half off. And Jack, cold, aloof Jack, can't throw her off. She's too damn interesting. No collar, no tags, no origin story. Just vibes. He names her Seadog after 2 seconds of thought. The creativity level is Dad naming the family Wi-Fi Linksys too. She's not thrilled about it, but what's she gonna do? File a grievance? Her quirks? Oh, buckle up. First, her morning poop routine. She's trained Jack to row her ashore 3 times a day. She even plays this game where she stares at his eyelids until they twitch. Then she does this guttural little love grunt that's half awe and half pay attention to me or I'll shit in the cabin. She drags him out in old gym shorts, makes him jog a mile on the beach while she squats in the underbrush. She is literally his trainer/bowel movement coach. And yeah, rain or shine, 3 times a day. Seadog keeps her colon and his cardiovascular system in sync. Her second quirk, red hook. Whenever the boat docks, she goes full Cinderella transformation. She bolts ashore filthy, matted, nails clicking, smelling like swamp gas. And 3 days later, she reappears groomed, brushed, nails painted, teeth whitened, bandana swapped for one celebrating the daughters of the American Revolution. Somebody out there is running a secret VIP doggy spa and then just letting her walk back to Jack like, here's your problem, child, bye. Jack plays dumb, but he loves the tips she brings in. He calls her the mutt and a pain in the butt, but still switches her food to vet-approved kibble because deep down he's whipped. And passengers? Oh my God, they eat her up. She wrestles with them on beaches, plunges into the surf, then comes back looking like a drowned rat. Jack doesn't interfere because cha-ching, the tip jar gets fat every time she belly flops for strangers. She's a 4-legged side hustle, but let's be real, she's more than comic relief. She's the first mate. She cock-blocks, she babysits, she saves Jack from himself daily. And yeah, she may shed like a feather boa at drag brunch, but she's the glue holding this circus together.
And then there's the dog, the only creature aboard with a proper work ethic. She wears trainers, she saves lives, and she single-handedly carries this sorry narrative on her furry back. Honestly, she's the only character with a skincare routine and a moral compass. But fine, let's all pretend it's normal that a mutt with deck shoes and a side hustle keeps this nautical dumpster fire afloat.
Okay, Podner. That is the end of part 1. There are several more parts in progress as we speak. I hope you enjoyed meeting the 3 main characters. But there is one more yet to be met. The fair British strawberry blonde Rowena. Just you wait. You will love her. No relationship to the narrator.
And if you haven't liked, subscribed, or commented on the narration, please do so. We really want to hear from you, good or bad. We look forward to constructive criticism. But remember, this is strictly an amateur production. No professionals were lost in the making of this epic, and with our small budget, we will be keeping our narrator.